Exploding Nutribullets? Yeah, it got my attention too. I recently got a comment. That comment said, "I love your recipe, but I wanted your take on something." While researching the Nutribullet, I came across some lawsuits for exploding devices and devices that malfunctioned and cut people. That sparked my interest. I love Nutribullets. I know I've seen many other creators use Nutribullets, and I love using my own. And I've never heard anything like this. So I went ahead and responded to the commenter and said, look, I'll take a look at this. This is just what I found when I went down that rabbit hole. So these are basically my two Nutribullets. This is a 600 watt, which you see in most of my videos. This is a 900 watt Pro. These are 3 heads. I got 2 of these heads with each of these, and then I got this one in this bag of goodies. Now I want to go over a few things. This Nutribullet warns you on the back right here, do not operate for longer than 1 minute. There's another warning here with a big yellow exclamation mark right here, and it says if the blade is stopped in the lock position, unplug the Nutribullet immediately. And then the second warning, never place your hand or utensil near the blade. Now my first tip is going to be this. If you notice on this one right here, you notice how this tab looks. See how frayed that is? See how it's got broken pieces? Just for safety purposes, always look at your utensils that you're using. If they're damaged like this, don't use them. Now to the blade. And guys, understand that this blade is not designed to trigger the start on this Nutribullet. The starting mechanism is actually these 3 tabs that are on your lid or your cup. So you can either run this in burst like this, or you can lock it into place to run it continuously for less than 1 minute. Now let's get into the blade. You should be able to spin this and see it continue to spin. See how this continues to spin? Now look at that compared to this one. See how this one almost immediately stops when I turn it? I'll go ahead and show you what's inside of this. Then I'll take you to some testing I did to see if I could actually get my Nutribullet to explode like in the videos. So now here's one that I've actually broken loose because this is tightened. Now as you notice, this is a left-handed thread. For those of you who don't know what a left-handed thread is, it's usually placed on things like this. And the reason they usually place it on things like this is because as your machine rotates, it is always tightening this bolt. So it can't take off and do this, loosen. It's always going to be tightening your bolt. So we'll go ahead and remove this. And you'll notice there's a plate here. We'll remove this plate. There's also a washer as a spacer against the race of this bearing. Now this is the actual blade. We can push this up. You'll notice there is a silicone spacer right here on top of the blade. And then this is a Teflon washer, and this is to make sure that you don't have friction right here, just like your Teflon frying pan when you throw your egg in it. Now what's impressive about this is Nutribullet didn't just use one bearing. They used dual bearings. If one fails, there'll be a secondary one there that may possibly help it from having a catastrophic failure. So now that we've gone over that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the testing that I did with this canister and this Nutribullet. And I have it filled to my max line right there. We'll go ahead and zoom in on our target there. As you see, I had to place a board there because of the vibration of the Nutribullet. And while the Nutribullet does have suction cups on the base, they don't adhere well to a dirty John Deere tractor bucket. Ooh, it's smoking. I guarantee the heat's coming from the motor, radiating up. This base is hot. I mean hot. Now it didn't blow the lid off of it though. It blew something else. I'll bet it spun my base. Base is dry. It stayed closed.
Well, it poofed somewhere.
Oh, you know what I bet happened? It vibrated out this way.
Oh, I bet you're right.
All the vibration let it release. All right, I'm about to plug it back in, round 2. And now for my final thoughts. Will I continue to use my Nutribullet? So in conclusion, will I continue to use my Nutribullet? Well, it's pretty simple, guys. There are so many units out there. Here's one right here, Cook Essentials. Uses the same style sealed container. Here's another one, Farberware. Uses the same kind of sealed container. I also had a Mainstay one that was the same sealed style container. Now, I'm not here to encourage or discourage you from using a Nutribullet. All I can say is personally, I will continue to use the Nutribullet. Here's some delicious low-carb recipes I'm sure that you will enjoy. Again, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.